ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, December the 20th. Only 5 days till Christmas, but I don't think we're going to see a white Christmas. It might be a wet Christmas. We're kind of flipping and flopping still. Here's our Skycam network this morning. Cloudy over Clanton, as it is over most of central Alabama, and a little bit of fog visible, especially across the Tennessee River Valley. You can see that at Decatur. And then as we look at the river over Demopolis, or from the Demopolis Skycam, you can see it's mostly cloudy and not too much fog visible down there. Warm front is just across the northern part of the state, expected to travel to the north today. And so we're going to have one more mild day before it turns sharply colder. We're still under a ridge, and here comes our trough off to the west that will be bringing some much colder air and bringing a weather system through here. Especially, I think, the best chances for rain coming in the overnight or the darkness hours from late this evening into tomorrow morning. Temperatures across the southeast are definitely above average for this time of year. Look at these 60-degree values. We're even warmer in central Alabama than central Florida. A little closer look here, and you can see some of those fog observations across the Tennessee River Valley. A little bit of mist falling there and lowering visibilities a bit. But generally, temperatures in the lower and mid-60s, which is really above where our highs ought to be for this time of year. We ought to be seeing highs around 55. Still a mess for winter weather with this next system all the way from the northwestern U.S. across the northern tier of the United States and the Great Lakes. They're just getting through with one storm system yesterday and now another one. QPF-wise, the next system expected to bring about 1 to 2 inches across parts of the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys. It looks like for central Alabama, we'll probably get on average between about a half and 1 inch, maybe about 3/4 for most people. All right, here's the 060 GFS model run, and here's the forecast map for this afternoon, well, at noontime actually, and you can see the surface low off to our northwest and also the warm front just to our north. Now here's an intermediate time. This is midnight. You see the surface low progresses up into the Ohio River Valley, and that takes the warm front up through Virginia and North Carolina, but that brings much colder air. You can see the thickness packing there over Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas, and that brings the cold front down into the area. The trough comes by fairly strongly, a fairly large trough, as we see at noon on Sunday, and that should sweep the front through, and there's the 540 line all the way down to, looks like, about Hamilton, and that will pave the way for clearing skies Sunday. I think Sunday we're going to see temperatures pretty much falling much of the day, although they may hold steady in the 40s during the daytime hours, and we might see some sun by the end of the day. By Monday, it is a clear, brisk, cold day with lows starting off around 20 and the afternoon highs only getting into the lower 40s. We get under a stronger ridge as the trough develops to our west on Tuesday, and that pretty much should keep us dry, although moisture increases to our west, so maybe the possibility of an isolated shower in our western counties along the Mississippi-Alabama line, but I think most of us will be dry. The next frontal system approaches on the Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas, and by Christmas Day you can see kind of a strong pattern with the ridge over the Bahamas and the upper high, and we also have a trough moving across the central plains, and that is essentially going to leave us in a rather unsettled pattern, but mild, it appears right now, and so we may see some chance for a shower on Christmas Day, but it will be mild with temperatures more typical of this time of year. The high stays with us over Florida on Friday, and that means that we're going to have kind of an unsettled pattern with the old frontal boundary lying across the area for Friday. And it looks like the trough sharpens up to our west on Saturday, and that trough kicks out on Sunday, and that'll bring another round of a low-pressure storm system coming across the Ohio River Valley. It looks like with a front dragging through, so that should come through late in the day on Sunday. All right, let's go out into voodoo here, and it looks like the GFS is forecasting the ridge for the end of the year, which would certainly keep us mild and perhaps keep us in a bit of a showery pattern, but look how far north the 540 line is. So right now, even though the NAO is suggesting going negative, that certainly doesn't look like that will happen. But that changes by the 3rd, and here it is the 3rd, and we're into a deep trough, and that brings a strong surface low and a strong cold front, and the possibility of, yes, strong thunderstorms, and perhaps with that 540 line diving down so far into central Alabama, the possibility of some winter precipitation. But you know what James says? It's voodoo. I want to tell you, I really enjoyed Handel's Messiah at the Alabama Symphony Orchestra last night, Alice Stevens Center. It was magnificent. I will plan on being back with another Weather Extreme video tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock or so. Hope that you have a great weekend, and Godspeed.
Weather.